Welcome to the Tomsic Analysis with David Tomsic, a revolution in news and entertainment.
Now that Donald Trump has been selected as the next president of the United States, will he fulfill his promise to end the war in Ukraine? Hi, I'm David Tomsic. It's November 12th, 2024. The Donald's made a lot of promises, and he's told us all that he was going to end the war in Ukraine. The rumor has it he could do it in 24 hours. Okay? Of course, that's mostly crazy talk anyway. But can he or will he end this war? Now, I haven't talked a lot about this war, and you haven't heard a lot about it in any of the news that comes out of Washington, D.C., or any of the news outlets where the actors sit in front of cameras and read the script. That's because Ukraine is getting their asses handed to them in Ukraine. Now, we've supported Ukraine from the start and actually helped start the war back in 2014. So America has been behind them, which sometimes is never a good thing because we've been known to pull stakes and run many times. Now, of course, Western Europe is still all in, at least the leadership is. But the Donald is scaring the daylights out of everybody by saying he's going to end the war. So what's really going on here? Well, as you know, Russia invaded Ukraine back in February 22nd, 2024. The reasons are, well known to most of us who actually have researched this topic. The CIA, our CIA, overthrew the government in Ukraine in 2014, helped Ukraine build fortifications in cities along a line that really separated the Russian-speaking peoples of Ukraine from the north, from the northwest, which are Ukrainians. We then got into some negotiations with Russia to settle some of the issues, which we lied about and didn't fulfill after we agreed with the Russians. Now, former Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel, agreed that, yes, they lied about wanting to have a peace treaty with Russia because they wanted more time to build an army against Russia. Now, you have to understand, and you have to, because without it, you miss the whole point here. America has always had a fascination with the destruction of Russia, dating way back to the Cold War. Now, there's a reason for this that you have to know, and a reason has come up right now. The rise of the BRICS nations, the rise of nations that have basically decided to stop using the dollar and break away from the iron grip of American foreign policy. Russia was one of the key players in that BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and South Africa were the founding members. Now, to destroy Russia meant weakening China. Weakening China means weakening the BRICS nations. America wants to stay on top. American hegemony is the key to all the problems we see internationally. America must stay on top. So this war in Ukraine that we started was really designed to fracture Russia, to get rid of Putin, have him ousted, to crack the economy and fracture the Federation. None of that worked. So now we're going on 3 years since this war started. Ukraine is losing this war, even with American weapons and all the other things that come with it. So what happens? See, America can't really afford to lose any more face in the world. We're already disliked. The BRICS nations are growing. 85 more members want to join the BRICS over the years to come. Let's compare this to NATO. The largest and most powerful country in NATO, Germany, has collapsed. Its government has collapsed. People don't even have the money or the fuel to heat their houses in the winter. They are deindustrialized. They're shrinking by GDP terms every year, as is the rest of the European Union. So we're looking at a tale of two different outcomes. The BRICS nations growing in power and strength. Its GDP is greater than all the GDP within the United States and Europe. So this is a big deal. Now, Trump comes in, and he must decide, and perhaps he's already decided, that he's no longer going to support Ukraine. This is interesting to me because I don't know what really will happen. Now, I look at his cabinet picks for the new cabinet in the new year. And although they're not filled with the old neocon nutcases like Mike Pompeo and Nikki Haley and some of these people that would go to war over a nickel, he has put in other neocons, other war hawks within his cabinet. So we'll see how this works out. See, Trump's known for being swayed. This is well known within his government, within his cabinet. For instance, he was going to be friends with Russia 1 minute. And then next he's saying how he was the most anti-Russian president in history. He was dealing with Iran. First he wanted to destroy it. Then he wanted to reach a hand out. Then he wanted to destroy it. He can't make up his mind. He wanted to leave Afghanistan. Never did. They talked him out of it. He was going to release the information about the Kennedy assassination. Promised everybody. Never did. He was going to pardon Julian Assange, one of my heroes, a truth teller. Never did. So what would you believe if you were, one of our countries that we do business with? Would you trust the United States after they bail out of everything? If you were Ukraine, would you or Zelensky, are you trusting them right about now? Because he did, and that looks like it's going to be over. The Biden administration, right or wrong, followed through with their promise to support Ukraine, never with boots on the ground. It's a war we could never win. But he did continue to give what we had. What we have is not a lot. This is why we really can't go to war very quickly anywhere in the world. We don't have the ability to produce the armaments necessary. Russia produces 10 times the shells we produce for 155 millimeter artillery, one of the main components in ground warfare. The Russians are destroying Ukraine for just that reason. They outnumber them at every particular position, and every advantage goes to the Russians. Artillery, men, equipment, precision-guided missiles, airplanes, bombs, logistics, electronic warfare, drone warfare. All tip your hats off to Russia. So we're boxed in. So Trump has no real room to move. So what's he going to do? Most likely defund Ukraine. He will make the decision. How will this affect us around the world? Negatively, of course. This is the reason why this is such a weird and awkward position to be in. Either you escalate and go head to head with the Russian Federation and henceforth China and North Korea, or you stop sending them weapons and money. The Russians will defeat them within the next 3 months. His decision. I don't think Donald Trump has the information he needs to make a conformed decision. I believe that the intelligence he needs he won't get till he's in office. And maybe when he sees that it's worse than he thought, he will immediately pull out. But remember, he's going to be influenced by a lot of people within the government, within the deep state, within Europe. Like I mentioned in my video, Trump or Harris, does it really matter? I described the place of the American president as the single person that controls the fate of the Western world. That's Europe. That's Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and of course, the United States. Once that decision is made to pull out, a lot of dominoes fall on our ability to convince our allies that we are in for the long run, that we still have geopolitical reach, that we can actually still work in this world with authority and power. A lot of that will be gone. A new age has arrived, people. I've talked to you about this. I don't think Donald Trump understands how much the world has changed since he left office. The power structure of the world now tilts to the east and the southern globe. Just threatening people or parking aircraft carriers off their coast isn't going to threaten a lot of countries anymore. The days of American dominance over the world are over. He will learn quickly or he will be at war. No matter the best intentions he may think he has to understand that just being the arrogant guy throwing orders at people and threatening people with military action, even though he thinks he doesn't intend to use it, again, won't work. We're now at a parity in this world. We're in a multipolar world. That's why he's going to have a lot of people fighting for him to continue to support Ukraine. What his decision will be, I don't know. I think he will probably let Ukraine fall. And then the dominoes will fall everywhere else. That's all the time I have. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Remember, we have a live stream on Thursday, this Thursday. That's the 14th at 8 p.m. Be interesting. Get ready to pop on. Get in the comment section. I want to hear what you say. I want to see you in the chat. Let's get a conversation going. Like, subscribe, and share this video. And I'll see you next time right here on the Tomsic Analysis. What a day.
Thank you for watching the Tomsic Analysis. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video, and keep an eye out for our next video.